$5. Come on, he's kicking it off with $5.
Dollars.
What's good, people? We are here live again with another episode on Sturd Vision, episode 19 to be exact. Silent Murder, a song by Nas, a legend in hip hop. You know, Nas is the month for June, and link is in the description for this song. Check it out after the episode. Unveiling the Terror in Bats. Oh, it's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one. And we have a guest. We have Joe Ridley, which... Did I say your last name right?
No.
Okay, how do you say it? I mess names up all the time.
So do I. It's Ridgely.
Ridgely. You know, I was thinking that too, but I was like, that can't be it. Ridgely. Got
Gentlemen, I'm excited. First time on here.
And it won't be the last.
There
it
you
won't
go.
be the last.
This is only my
About that,
second
man.
time. I always tell them I'm too old. I can't stay up late.
Well, all right. So here's the thing. James is a co-host on Horror with Sir Sturdy, which is my
Yeah.
Thursday show, my Thursday live show. And then this Sturdo Vision, it's late night. It's weird. It gets very weird. It gets very strange. We do watch parties every now and then before our lives. So this is Sturdo Vision. Still under the same umbrella, but this is the weirder, stranger things. No pun intended. But so
Sturdy
welcome,
after
man.
dark.
There you go. That's something different, James. That's something I can't do on YouTube. Peter Anthony was good, my man. How's it going? How's it going?
Oh my God, there's other people up this late?
Of course. Of course. This is when the weirdos come out, man. This is our time to shine. You know? You can't use old age as an excuse.
I think I can.
But Matt and James, how you guys doing though? How's it going,
Good.
guys?
All right.
It was a battle to stay up this late, but I made it.
Yo, so here's the funny thing. Like I said, James has been my co-host on Horror with Sir Sturdy for a few years now. The Celtics lost. Oh,
Hey,
damn.
they're still leading 3-1. Of course
They
they're
had
gonna lose.
they had to lose. You know, they need
Yeah,
to generate some more fun, some more money.
The league probably told them like, "Hey, you're making this fucking final boring. Like lose one." Jesus
Yeah, we
Christ!
need some more money.
Yeah,
Some more
like my
money.
Rangers did a few weeks ago.
Oh
See?
yeah, man. That I seen that too. I'm like they were killing in the season and in the fucking beginning of the playoffs. Then they just like
Shit the bed.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh
Did
man,
they
but
did the New York choke.
before we get started, Joe, can you tell people about you and your content, and all the Indie Escape Network, and all that cool stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, it's easy to get confused because we were the Indie Brigade when it was George C. Romero and I, and now we're the Indie Escape since we parted ways. But yeah, it's where creatives unite. What we want to do is support indie artists, any indie artist. Doesn't matter if you're a filmmaker, musician, writer. Come on the program.
Awesome.
We support everyone, right? And it's another thing, like these podcasts and everything. Everybody's trying to battle for space. There's enough space for everybody. Everybody. Let's just support everyone, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hell yeah.
We're a community. We should be a community, not against each other.
I mean, and it's
Even if the same topics, it's just certain people, different vibes, man.
Mhm.
That's
Like
it.
vibe with some different host than other different hosts. You could be doing the same thing. You're talking horror movies. That's fine.
Every podcast is different. Every podcast should be different. Even if it's all horror, it should still be completely different shows because you have completely different energies and all that other stuff with the host, co-host, the guest, and all that. And just everything should be different. But you have a great time. You could be talking about the same exact movie and have a complete. I'm sure. I know it happens. I know it happens for a fact because I've discussed movies with both of these gentlemen right here, with James and Matt, and completely different conversations about the same damn movie. It happens.
Different conversations, different personalities. Some different opinions, and just starting to, it's even if a light debate, it's cool.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's healthy. It's beautiful.
Just like I'm sure we're gonna have a blast talking about this movie tonight, because I'm sure
Yes.
opinions may vary.
Oh yeah, I got some.
I have some too, and as a matter of fact,
I got some.
James, you're sounding real eager, James. Do you have your rating yet, James?
Yeah.
Or do you want to discuss it a little bit more?
No, I got a rating.
Okay.
Oh, there's a rating system here I don't know about. What's the rating system?
Yeah.
All right.
His is weird. All right. Go ahead.
Here's the rating. Here's the Sir Sturdy rating system. You do not have to follow this. At the very least, I say 0 through 10. But what I do, because of a movie called Blood Lake,
Horrible.
it changed my whole
Blood
rating
Lake,
system.
1987. There's 2 Blood Lakes.
Yes,
Blood
but
Lake
it's
Yeah,
one
not
from
the Animal Planet
1987. And there's a guy standing on a dock. It's that one right there.
Worst movie ever.
Yes. So it made me change my whole rating system. I used to go from 0 to 10, and now I go from -10 to +10 because of that film right there. And
You're lucky, Sturdy, because I was going to give you that movie when you came up in August for Sci-Fi Horror Fest, but it's out of print and it's harder to find, so I'm like, I had to keep my copy.
I would have. The funny thing is, because it's from you, I would have accepted it, and I was like, "Listen, I have this. I am never going to poison my Blu-ray player, my DVD player, my PlayStation."
It's hard. You know what that
anything with
means?
it.
It's hard to find. That means it's rare. It's going to worth a lot of money one day.
Mm-hmm.
It's if people want it. People have to want it, and you
hardcore.
can still watch it on YouTube.
Hell, I have a
for free.
copy of it. Come on.
But you buy every damn movie, man.
Not every
Yeah,
damn
no.
movie.
Most of the damn movies. Like I have to find the Helen Keller movie was the first movie that I brought up in a long time, in years of our friendship. Was a movie that you have not seen. That I'll just pull out of the air. You're like, no, I have not seen this. Listen, Joe, I swear to God, like I'll say fuck you to Matt more than anybody. Matt, what movie are we doing Friday? Yeah, we're doing fucking Bloody Vampire Tampon. Have you ever heard of it? Here he comes with the fucking picture, smiling with the Blu-ray in his hand. Yeah, I watched it about 35 times.
It's limited edition. There's one.
No, it's funny. Like,
Hey, that's a true collector right there.
Yeah,
He's like,
of
I
course
know
I
that
made
one.
that
I
movie
got it right
title up.
here, man.
I hope it becomes a real movie. But what I'm saying is,
That
just
was the
any
movie.
ridiculous shit, he has it. I love him for it. He's my guy for it. But it's like, what the fuck, man?
Hey,
let me have my moment. Let me have my moment.
now,
And I know you've seen Bats before, but
I saw this in the theater when it came out in the theater back in 1999.
I never
And
heard
to
of
see
it.
the first time I saw it was when it came out on VHS. I got it at Blockbuster.
This is the first time I've seen it today.
same here today.
There was a
And
little.
this is
movie
probably
theater.
the last time I'm going to see it.
Same here.
Same.
Not me. Not me. I've seen this movie.
It wasn't
times.
terrible, which I want to dive into our early ratings, which of course
No,
we're
it's
switching
not,
later
it's
in the
not
show.
like-
We can, of course, but let's dive into them. And I'm going to start with the eager beaver, James. James, you don't even have to give a reason why yet. Just give us your number rating. And I already know you go from 1 to 10. You very rarely give 0, so you did with Blood Lake.
No, Blood
so,
Lake is the only one that has 0.
What are you thinking, sir?
I'm giving it a 4.
Okay. How about you, Joe?
Me? Oh, okay.
If you have a rating, if you want to wait a little bit,
Okay, yeah.
That's cool, too.
Maybe I'll wait a bit.
Matt.
8 out of 10.
Whoa.
This
Wow.
Yep, this is one of my top 3 of 1999.
Top 3. Okay, what were the other 2, sir?
Let's see. There was Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
That came out in
Okay.
1999.
Okay, so
That
he
was
liked
like
Christina Ricci, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I met her, too. She was hot. And what was the other one? Wasn't Stir of Echoes. Oh, what the fuck was it? It was Bats, Sleepy Hollow. Fuck, what was the other one? I gotta look it up. I know. I forgot what the third one was. I have to
Hey,
look it
it's shocking that he remembered 2.
I know.
It is.
I have to
Hey,
find it.
yo,
If you told me what horror movie did you watch in 1999, what came out, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know.
What Matt is going to end up doing is fucking having a picture of the damn DVD. Here it is, guys. I have it.
I
This
got
is
it
the
right
movie
here.
I'm talking about.
Every movie he buys, he takes a photo op.
Yep, just to send, no. What he
I
does
did it just
is
to send it to him because it piss him off. It's great.
Yeah, he'll take a fresh picture, and I know it's a new picture because there'll be times like before the podcast that night, and he has the same shirt on. And I'm like, this is just bullshit now, man. This is getting ridiculous. One time he ran and did it before we went live. He's like, yeah, it's right here. I was like, really? Now?
And especially some of the indie stuff too. I'm like, oh, I got that. You're like, no, you don't. There's no copy of it. I go, look. He's like, son of a bitch.
But I love it. I love it.
It's crazy.
Anyway, I'm giving this movie, as of right now, I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Wow. Okay.
5.5. Joe.
Virus.
Wow.
Virus was the other movie?
Virus was the other one.
Virus. Okay.
I never heard of that.
It's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Oh, never heard. No.
Yeah, it's pretty much they're a salvage crew, and they find this giant, big ass boat in the middle of the water. It's got like all science vessels and shit. It got hit by a electrical storm from outer space, and now the
Maximum Overdrive. Okay.
Kind of, but the machines have come to life, and they start building themselves up, and they start running out of parts, so they start using humans as parts to move around the ship and everything. Some of it's pretty freaking good. I know it got a bad rating back when it came out, but I fucking love it. I watched that one a lot too.
Okay.
But you also have to add in there, Matt, like all of us on this show right now, I'm not even assuming, I can guarantee we all like some weird ass movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And can't even explain why. Like for someone that doesn't watch those type of movies, it's hard to explain to them why we like them. Like, I could just, why do you like this? Like, it's just some weird shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the toilet was talking.
I get hate on Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh, I love
Everybody's
that movie.
like, how the fuck you like that movie? I'm like,
how don't you like that movie? That movie started my friendship with Matt. So now that's a very important movie to me. Not only because it's a fun, funny movie, but
that's how we met.
Story. Yeah, literally, we were in line. We were at a con a few years back, and he was in line. My wife was in line, and I was just kind of chilling because I was there with a friend helping him at his table. So I could already go upstairs and stuff. I was like, let me just chill till she gets her ticket and go upstairs. We started randomly talking horror movies. And we brought up Thanksgiving and how much we loved it. And fuck Red Hoodie. Still got that, still throwing that out there. But the reason why I say that is because we're sitting here. It was like me, him, and one other person. I do not remember who, and I'm sorry I don't remember who, because it was a fun conversation.
I know him. I'm friends with him on Facebook. John Pompey.
Right.
I'll send the information later on him.
But we're talking about Blood Lake. That movie's terrible. We're talking about Thanksgiving, and out of nowhere, it wasn't in the conversation at all for any of the horror conversations at all. Yeah, I would never watch a movie like that. I only watch the stuff like the Hollywood movies. And normally, I would want to tell people to shut the fuck up, like who was talking to you. But I'm like, you know what? Sturdy, you're trying to turn a new leaf. You're trying to ignore people like that or whatever the case may be. And you're at a con. You're not like out. If I was outside, it'd be a different story, but we're like inside the building too. And I didn't want to cause a scene. But Joe would probably tell him to shut the fuck up and mind his business. Joe, if there's a way that I could just like snap my fingers and have you do that for me every now and then, I'm going to do it.
I've got no filter, brother. I mean, I kind of speak my mind.
I don't know how people can just watch Hollywood shit.
It's boring. It's boring. Yeah. And horror is the only genre that I can watch a terrible movie and just love it. Mm-hmm. Like a movie, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be entertaining. That's it. I can't watch a bad movie in any other genre because it just sucks. Like a bad comedy movie is probably it's not funny. That's a bad comedy movie. Because is there a comedy movie, like a hilarious comedy movie that has like a great story that you can think of? I can't really think of one. But it's hilarious. Now just think of those ones that aren't funny, and then you're actually watching the story and you're just like, what the fuck?
I mean, I've seen some stupid ass comedies, but there's parts that made me laugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we got to get back to the movie, guys. Get back to this movie.
We didn't even start the movie.
We did. We got our ratings. Oh,
we
Joe.
got the ratings. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Aaron, you did
I'll give my rating right now.
He's ready now. I was giving Joe time to think. That's why I was dragging him.
Right.
A 3. A solid 3.
Oh, well, lower than me. All right.
Fair. Now we can dive into why. So, Joe,
I might drop. Well, depending on what the discussion goes.
Yes, let's go. Let's kick it off. Joe, I'll let you kick it off just because you gave it the lowest rating today.
All right. The shaky fucking cam effect that almost made me puke 3 times.
Yep, annoying.
It was overused, and it was, in my opinion, that's laziness. But there were some good practical effects. Was it me, or did some of the bats actually look like one of the ghoulies? It had the face of one of the ghoulies.
Yeah,
did anybody notice that?
And
the bats
also, those bats, I own some of them at the Halloween shop. You can buy those big rubber bats. They look like some of those.
Oh shit!
I mean, when they show them
crawling around,
or just on the ground, and just their head goes up and goes.
Where their eyes just start glowing green out of nowhere. Every one of them like, pew! Like, what the fuck's going on?
That shit. It was funny though. It was that stuff didn't because I enjoy the cheese of that.
Oh, the
Wasn't a
shaky
great movie, but I enjoy the cheese of that. That's understandable. That's different. But the cheesy bats and all that stuff, the cheesy effects.
Now, was there 2 giant ones? Then the rest were small.
they're pretty much all the same size, but they just wanted to show them up close to make them look big and menacing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, because the 2 that tore apart the other one that they tagged, they look bigger. I was like, is there 2 like major ones that were fucking leading?
Well, I kind of thought the one at the end that was like the Watcher, I thought he was bigger than the other ones. No?
Probably.
They were pretty, like wrapped around them, like fucking swallowed that girl's head whole.
Well, yeah,
they were wings just wrapped around their head. Even though they're that big, their heads are still small. If one dropped on me, I'm going to grab that fucking head and just squeeze it until it explodes in my hand. Fuck that bat. That bat has no chance landing on me.
You're going to pull an Ozzy Osbourne and bite its head
I
off.
will fucking kill that bat.
So wait a minute. If you bite the head of an army, whatever infected bat, what does that do to you?
Oh, Ozzy appears.
That's what happens.
Probably die of infection.
I don't know. You probably get rabies, you end up in a hospital and shit. I don't know.
If the only reason why you did that is because you're like, yo, if like James, listen, if you bite this bat's head off, Ozzy Osbourne's gonna be like, really? Yeah,
it's a new strand of COVID. It's mixed with rabies.
It'd be your fault why there's another outbreak because you bit a bat's head off thinking Ozzy Osbourne's gonna show up.
Did you guys notice the movie marquee though? Did you notice what the movie marquee said when they were in town getting their asses kicked by the bats?
Oh,
what movie was on there? Really?
Nobody
noticed it.
I remember. I don't remember.
Nosferatu.
Every time I see him, I always think of La Bamba.
It was Nosferatu that was on the movie marquee when the bats were coming out.
No, I didn't even notice that.
You know how hilarious that would have been if it was La Bamba, though?
And the other thing, Lou Diamond Phillips, 1 second, has a southern draw, a southern accent, and then he's like, yeah, I'm Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like southern accent, no southern accent.
Just switched it. Like, you know what, man? I don't feel
He's like, fuck this. I'm making a movie about bats. Who cares? No one's going to pay attention.
Well, think about it. All the movies he had. I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, you're good. No, go ahead.
All the movies leading up to that for Lou Diamond Phillips, I mean, La Bamba, Young Guns, Renegade, The First Power, and then he kind of faded away for a while and he started doing like direct-to-video stuff.
Yeah,
and
like the sci-fi movies.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, bats. Made a theatrical. Yeah. That seemed weird to me.
He needed the money.
Or is it just me? Did he make more movies that I wasn't aware of that were really kick-ass after the ones I mentioned?
I don't think so.
I'm
like
not
the
sure.
only one that really of his pops in my head that I like 100% is La Bamba.
I did like State Route 666. That was pretty cool.
I don't know that one.
That's a.
Did you guys see The First Power?
First Power is really good too.
No, I have not.
Oh man, okay. If I had to recommend a Lou Diamond Phillips horror action movie, The First Power. Yeah, definitely.
The First Power.
First Power. Yeah, with serial killers and shit.
You have that movie, don't you, Matt?
Yes, I do.
And then Renegades with Kiefer Sutherland also.
I also have Route 666 as well.
Can we please all just give Matt the finger for that? He has that movie. Thank you. He's even giving himself the finger.
He's like, yes, I do.
That's gonna be our new thing. Anytime we mention a movie, Matt says he has it, just put your middle finger up. That goes for everybody watching too. You can put or put a middle finger in the comments. Actually,
people are just gonna start putting movies in comments.
I support horror. I buy the movies.
No, I love it, but still,
hey, that's awesome.
It'll be a new thing. People
soon you're gonna have to buy a second home just for your movies. But
the funny thing is, like other horror fans will give you the finger in person. You just give them it back with a laugh, like, yeah, I know you've seen it. Your wife like, that's your wife like, Matt, that was rude. Like, no. You gotta watch Sturd Vision. You'll know exactly what's going on.
Don't worry, Matt. When we had the Indie Brigade, there was a whole campaign that was Blame Joe, and there was T-shirts and mugs and shit.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I love it.
It doesn't bother me at all. Especially I live for it. I'm like, bring me a movie, and I'm like, yeah, I got it right here. And then all of a sudden started to be like, motherfucker, and I just started laughing.
So Matt's in his mom's basement with like a huge video wall.
No, I just got this screen. I'm actually in my living room right now, and it's all blue. And there's a mirror behind me, and it just if I move my hand up, it reflects. So therefore, I put this up just to get rid of that reflection.
So how big is your media room? How big is your collection? Is it like something ridiculous that belongs in Guinness or?
Well, I own over 5,000 titles on DVD and Blu-ray.
Holy shit!
All horror. I mostly collect all horror films.
I love that.
And I got a nice little shelf set up. Those big walls are all filled. I have little mini shelves, so I'm trying to do what I can in my little room.
Nice.
That's my little walk-in library, which I love.
So, are all three of you media guys? You got to have the physical media.
No,
yes.
Not me. I don't need the physical media. No.
I love that you brought this question up. I love this conversation happening right now.
I'm not really a collector.
I am, and I'm glad I am. And Tuesday was a great reason why. So I get home, find out the internet's down. Try to do what you can do on your end. Can't do shit. Why? Because one of the fiber optic wires broke somewhere. So it was like down around my area. Mm-hmm. So you know what I did? Broke out the PlayStation 4, which was already hooked up in my room, and watched The Grudge with the wife. Physical media is very important for times like that. Because I don't have I don't have cable at all. What's the point? I have.
I agree. 100%.
So it's like once you have the internet and the internet's down, and it's like relax time. You know what I mean? Like we were playing Uno or something earlier, but after that, it's like, okay, we want to lay down and watch a movie, want to relax, because you're just used to doing that. And I've been doing that since I was a kid, so it's like, fuck. Brought the PlayStation down. Batman, the animated series, I've been watching that for the past few nights. And the internet's back up. I'm just like, I love that freaking thing. I got to get it on Blu-ray next.
It is very cool that you brought up Batman, the animated series, because two of the stars of this movie have great DC ties. Is her name Dina? Dina, the female lead. Okay.
I can double.
A couple of years later, she's Batgirl and Oracle in the Birds of Prey on the WBCW, whatever it was. And now Lou Diamond Phillips is voice acting for Crisis on Infinite Earths. He's the Spectre in these new movies.
That is so dope.
So, I mean, great DC ties. I mean, Lou Diamond Phillips also has a few Marvel ties, but I think his DC ties are a little cooler.
That's awesome.
Yeah, did you guys ever see the Birds of Prey? I don't know if it was WB or CW back then.
I never watched the Birds of Prey. Wow. I used to watch the Arrow. I used to watch a lot of the show. Well, my main two was The Flash and Arrow.
This came out way before. It came out 2001, I think.
Okay, I'll say no. I've never seen. I've never
It's worth. I mean, it had like Harley Quinn, and it's a version where Batman and Catwoman have a baby, and
nice.
She is. If you guys don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh no, I've never seen it.
Oh shit! I should go check that. I got to check that out now. Sure, I can find that. Birds of Prey.
So, and she was really hot in it too, even though like you only see her a few times in the Batgirl outfit, but she's Oracle in a wheelchair basically. And
nice.
If you guys follow comics,
I remember Batgirl becomes Oracle
anymore.
My main, I'm not even gonna lie to you. My main thing, and it's still my favorite, was always like the animated series, the cartoons or the movies, just because it's more believable. I'm gonna say it. It's more believable than live action. The live action does look cool, especially nowadays. Yeah. But with the cartoon or with the animation, I won't even say cartoons anymore because it's more of an animation type of deal. It just looks amazing, and I love the voice acting of it. Like I'm just like, this is like. Batman the animated series is my favorite Batman across the board. The voice actors, everything. Like those are my Batman, Catwoman, everything. Those are my ones for that, and then so on and so forth with the live.
Have you ever looked at the people or the voice actors that guest starred on Batman the animated series? If you actually look at who played Catwoman, who played some of these voices, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of megastars that were striving to get onto that show, and they big names, very big names. Okay, now there's radio silence. No, that's a bad thing.
No. I was googling Batman animated series. I can't think of her name, but I got her autograph at ScaraCon a few years ago. She does the voice of Catwoman, and she does the voice of someone in horror. Her name starts with an A, I believe.
But I'll get ScaraCon?
Yeah, she was at ScaraCon. I want to say the last year that I was at the Turning Stone, I think. Sorry, I'm talking local people.
So you guys are based in New York? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Upstate.
New York State? Oh, upstate. Okay. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm from Long Island, so like New York State is upstate.
Like, okay, so for us, we're closer to
outside of Albany,
Syracuse,
outside of Albany,
Syracuse and Albany areas for.
Yeah, I must have Syracuse.
Three of us.
That's cool.
So at that Adrian Bar.
Oh, Adrian Barbeau.
But
Adrian Barbeau.
Why did I say
she was in the Swamp Thing and
So I got her autograph at ScaraCon for Catwoman because again, I love that series. I was like, I had to do it. I was so I didn't even know she was gonna be there, and then I was like, okay, so what was she in? Just to get a refresher, what was she in? I was like, oh my god, she was Catwoman. I skipped over all the horror when I seen she was Catwoman. I was like, I don't even. I love.
You know who else she is, though, right?
I didn't care at the time.
Dude, isn't that John Carpenter's ex-wife?
Yep.
That's fine. She was Catwoman. Listen, Catwoman is just.
Hence, she was in Swamp Thing when Carpenter made that, and
she was the first Swamp Thing. She was doing a whole bunch of other stuff too. Like she was in The Fog with John Carpenter.
Oh, and what was the sci-fi Kurt Russell?
Oh, Escape from L.A.
or Escape from New York.
Yeah. I always get the two mixed up.
So that's an awesome signature to have, by the way.
It is, and I was just like, I got to do it for. I have to. I
got a sign from Creepshow.
And you know what sucks and what's sad is, as far as Batman, I could have got his auto because wasn't he out here a couple of years ago? Or you could send him in something at.
Yeah, you could have did like a whole mail order thing. That was kind of dumb.
Oh, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. And I don't know if I just didn't have the money to send it in at the time or what it was. But I was just like, "Fuck, man!"
And now you're kicking yourself in the ass.
But I think it was the money, honestly. So I'm just like, "Fuck, man," because that right there would have been a gem to have. Not even because he passed, just in general. Like that's like a childhood hero.
Hey, what are signatures? I don't know. Are signatures astronomical now?
They vary depending on cons and sometimes depending on where you get them. Like online, I think it was like $85 for the signature, but it was also you had to buy something, and it was like another like $50 bucks. You know they're gonna upcharge for like a Funko Pop to get that Funko sign. So I'm just like, that's a little much right now. I got other things I need to take care of. I got bills.
Yeah, gotta live. Food's important.
Yeah, which I do. When I know something's coming, it's like, okay, let me put some money aside here and there. So when I know this is coming up, boom, there it is. It's fine. But when it's
I
just
won't do mail away. I'd rather have it right there in front of me.
Yeah, so you can see it, get the picture. I would have paid for that. Don't get me wrong, but the experience of being there in person, if you can be there in person, is just a complete different.
And I've been to many of MegaCons down here, and I don't know if they have MegaCon up there. 500,000 people.
No. Maybe like New York City would have them, but not around up over here.
It makes me uncomfortable when I know I'm going press and media going there, and it's just like,
that's a lot of people. See, I don't know if I would. That's too, in my opinion. Oh man,
I bet you the BO is horrible.
Honestly, I was just at a con in North Carolina a couple weeks ago, Carolina Fear Fest.
Carolina Fear Fest, yes. Awesome.
It was amazing. I highly recommend anybody who's a horror fan should check that con.
Did you meet my girl Wendy there?
Wendy? You said?
Oh, Wendy from my network. Yeah, Mick met her there.
Honestly,
okay. You may have, you may not. Hey, it was an exciting time.
It was an exciting time, and I ran into a lot of people there.
She was a handler for losing her name, the blonde from Night of the Comet.
I know who you're talking. Mick,
Kelly Laroni.
There you go.
Okay, we had the other one on our program. I'm horrible with names, man.
Me too.
Me too.
It's bad.
Me too.
But yeah, Wendy was her handler, and yeah, she was
nice.
Represented her network, I think.
Nice.
Maybe,
no, I'm not sure if I met her or not, but no, like that con is freaking amazing. I had such a great time there. I was exhausted by the time I got back to the Airbnb and all that Sunday, but it was worth it. I'm always all over the place at cons. I can't sit still. You're not supposed to sit still. You're supposed to be bouncing around and having a good time, acting like a kid, basically.
What happened?
He has to go potty.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not used to this. All right, gotcha. See,
sir.
That's gotta get used to these new programs. Hey, I shot that thing last night. I'm like, okay, what's this? How do I do this? What's going on?
Oh yeah, and what's funny is this thing upgrades like every now and then, to where I'm just like, there's the way it looks now. Probably came like a month ago. So for me, there's still like some new, I know how to use this, of course, but there's still like a few new things I'm not used to yet that I just haven't tried out. So I'm just like, okay, I can do that with that, and I can do that with that, and da da da. So I'm loving it.
Sweet.
So, again, with Bats, man, it was something I was excited to watch. I don't know why I was so excited to watch. I was just like, I can't wait to watch this movie, just kind of see how it is. And then I won't say I was disappointed.
If you're in the creature features kind of thing, that's exactly what it was, right? A creature feature.
Yeah.
Kind of B-movie.
Definitely. And for me, I enjoy the creature features. I love creature features. I love all that stuff. Slasher is my favorite by far, though, but creature features can be very, very fun. This one was fun, but it wasn't as fun as I was expecting. I think that's what my issue is with it, honestly. And that's why it's not like a 6 for me. It wasn't as fun as I was hoping it would be. It was kind of silly and cheesy, which I did enjoy, but it wasn't as fun. It wasn't as fun.
I respect that they used practical effects, that they tried to use or was that just the ploy? See, I don't know if it was made to look like a cheesy B movie or if it was
the budget.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on that?
Honestly, for that, which, man, I would love to hear what you have to say on this too. It could have been a mix of both. Like, okay, well, we can only do so much. We only have, let's just say it's $8,000. We only have $8,000. I'm sure it was more. I don't know, but let's say we only have $8,000, and for us to make it look like this, it's going to cost $10,000. And when you're on an independent budget, it's going to be hard to come up with that $2,000. Shit, it was hard to come up with the first 100, let alone the 8,000 that we somehow fell upon. So let's just, let's you know what I'm getting at, guys.
All right, so James, just so you know, real professionals have a mayonnaise jar under their desk.
Good to know. Thank you.
Hang on, guys. You know what, James? I'd rather you just leave because I know you way too well. You're just gonna make it weird.
Well, that means so you guys don't know what I'm doing. That means next time I do a podcast, I can't wear pants or underwear.
Oh wait, you are now?
Keep sitting down. Stay set, like we were talking about earlier. We'll give you money to keep the clothes on.
Yep. There you go. There you go. But
I did find the box office information on this movie.
Oh, okay.
All right, the budget was $5,250,000 estimate.
Did that go to craft services or?
I don't know. If I getting LDP. Opening weekend for U.S. and Canada was $4,717,000.
Better than I thought it was going to be.
Gross U.S. and Canada $10 million. Gross worldwide over $10 million.
So it wasn't. Well, I guess it was a success because didn't they make sequels?
They made a kind of like a direct sequel for a Sci-Fi Channel movie called Bat's Urban Harvest, I think it was called, and it was like kind of entwined with this movie, but they actually never made a quote-unquote real sequel to it.
Have you seen it?
Yep, I have it too.
Yeah. Of course you do.
You see what I mean?
I'm a creature feature guy. I love this shit.
Was anybody from the original in the?
No, this one took place at a weird like Russian or Soviet some area over, and they had them like all frozen and shit, and they got loose.
So it's like Blood Rain movies where you have the first one and then you have like the second one that's far over in the left field.
Oh yeah, the first one was in the medieval time. The second one was the Wild West, and then the third one was like the Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This movie has a weird kind of sci-fi sequel. And what was funny about that is the way Matt's explaining, like he doesn't know about the movie. Oh, but I have it. Like, what the? This is why I do this,
but
guys.
The special effects cat from this, I forget his name. What is it? Nick? No, is it Nick? The guy with the long hair and the glasses. The special effects guy.
Nick Cat? No, not Nick Cat.
I'm off my game right now.
I'm terrible with
names.
And I don't have my glasses on, so then if I have to do this, and you have to go, okay.
Aaron's favorite person, Nicolas Cage.
No. Let's not spread that crazy narrative, James. That's 100% lies.
Cage. I don't know, man. Him in that Superman suit kind of does it for me.
His long, luscious hair.
All three of you guys can share him if you want. I want nothing to do with it.
Only on Tuesdays.
Greg Nicotero.
I'm sorry?
Greg Nicotero.
Yes. He was in special effects on this.
Yeah.
And he's huge now.
Yeah.
You know what's cool about stuff like that is when you see, especially like when you see him in a horror movie, and it's one of their first films, actors, actresses, and then you see them down the road, and you're like, holy shit. Mr. Kevin Bacon is one.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Animal House.
and Jennifer Aniston and Leprechaun.
and it's so crazy. It's so weird because it's just like they're taking these chances. You don't know where these movies are going to go, especially with these type of horror movies at the time. And then boom.
Yep. It's like it either starts them off or it actually redoes their career, like with Kevin Bacon you were talking about. He did all these movies back in the 80s. Also, he kind of went nowhere in the 90s, and he did a movie, Tremors. And they did an interview with him saying, he was talking to his wife saying, I can't believe I'm doing a movie about fucking worms. It's like, this is going to be my downfall, blah, 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 blah. It fucking rekindled his career, and all of a sudden it skyrocketed. There's so many big Tremors fans out there It's insane. You just don't think, oh, giant underground worms. What's going to make that? It just does. It's just a stupid movie that's so much fun. And they made sequels and a TV show, and they all work together.
Didn't he end up in the last sequel?
He was supposed to do a complete new TV show, and with sci-fi, and they did a teaser trailer, but never did anything. Kind of fizzled. It sucks. I wanted to see that.
Yeah, and he would have owned it. We know it.
Mm-hmm. Damn right. I own all the rest of them. Might as well get that one too.
What movie is the one where they had the worms evolve with the 2 legs where it looked like a mouser from Ninja Turtles?
Oh, that was part 2 with the Shriekers.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the third one had the ass blasters, which they would fly.
The ass blasters.
Ass blasters.
But that's how they talked about that's how their evolution was. It's not just a worm. They would evolve into these walking creatures called Shriekers. And when they would eat, they would reproduce. And the only way to lay eggs is they go into the third form, which was the flying one. That's how it would fly and drop off their eggs. And that's how they spread around the world through the story. I'm like, that's a good idea. That's good writing on how they brought that up.
Jeez.
I know, I'm bad.
Listen, man, I love it.
I don't care.
Listen, it's important knowledge if you ask me. Shit.
So if they ever come real, I know what to do.
Exactly.
Don't move.
With all the crazy shit that goes on in this world in Florida, something's bound to happen. Florida's like it's in its own world to me, man.
Dude, look at the state. We're the dick of the United States. Okay,
you guys definitely. I won't say you, but what we always like between me, James, and our co-host on our other show, Popcorn and Pints. Actually, a bunch of us. We have the inside joke. A joke about like Florida when it comes to certain crimes. You know, like in other states, you can kind of pick what race it is. Florida, it's just like, yo. You're not even surprised. Like, yo, this black dude just threw a crocodile in the window. Like, where did it happen? Florida? Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, it's Florida. So I don't know if it's something in the air, the water, if it's the sun.
It's the drugs.
The constant nice weather.
But people do drugs.
And the humidity. Yeah, drugs and humidity.
Okay, we're gonna humidity.
And all the
then being the dick of America, I guess.
Yes. So explain something to me, if you could, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, what mic am I using? I just had my mic muted. Oh shit! Seriously?
Oh, we still hear you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, but when I was coughing and everything, I thought I friggin' muted my mic, and now that's unprofessional. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what are you guys letting me do here?
Everything goes here. It's all good.
Someone's not prepared.
Hey, no, it's because I'm not used to. My stuff is stored. There it is. Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds better. Punishing and making my blood
man. Late. Now I feel like a schmuck.
Happens to the best of us, man.
No. Anyway, now I forgot what I was going to say because I'm totally flabbergasted by I was.
You're about to ask a question about something.
Yeah, I know, and I don't remember. Damn it, James! It's off to you.
Okay, talk to me. Ready? Who else? So, is it just me, or every creature feature ends by them blowing up because every creature's either in a mine or a cave?
Now you reminded me of what I wanted to say, and I thank you, if I may. Welcome. So, small town sheriff all of a sudden knows how to use all this army propaganda and suit up and
and the doctor too. I'm like, where did you guys learn this?
Okay, first of all, no doctor that's doing batshit crazy stuff is that hot, obviously. And then you got Lou Diamond Phillips going, oh yeah, I can all of a sudden rig a wall to blow up or be electric.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, but it was just like, damn. Did they get all that off of Google in 1999?
Then you got the dude from the
did they go to the library? What the hell happened here?
The one actor that's the partners with the girl. Is he was he at Temptations?
I think he's a comedian. Was he in the Temptations? Is that the movie?
The movie, yeah, the movie Temptations. The lead singer?
I don't remember.
Or was he in Madonna's music video?
Oh, Like a Prayer.
Like a Prayer? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't even realize that. That is him, isn't it?
With
the
so.
bleeding with the bleeding eyes.
Yeah.
No shit. Okay.
I think that's him.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That was a very controversial video in 88.
Something like that, 88, 89 or something.
Definitely 80 something.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a cool tidbit there.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy moly, James. I do want to show you guys really quick what movie we will be reviewing next week. Possible Watch Party. And this is the movie I remember watching with my brother Henry, my brother Christian as children. We probably weren't supposed to be watching it.
Good news, Aaron. I might try to make it for next week too, because my wife is going out of town.
This one you're gonna want to make it for.
Let's see. I don't know if I'm working.
Savage Beach.
And why is that?
You'll see.
It's a TNA movie that was on like Skinamax back in the day. No,
yep.
It's not really a horror film,
but it's a weird. It's an actual movie though.
Yeah, it's one of
those
those
titties in it, but it's an actual
80s,
weird
90s
movie.
Martial arts aren't action film.
Like action CIA type.
That's not the one that led up to Hulk Hogan's friggin' show and movie, is it?
I'm not even sure.
Because there was a Hulk Hogan series in the 90s, I think, where they had like a battle boat and everything, and it was damn. I'm showing my age. Nobody remembers this shit. Matt, help me out, man.
I know some Hulk Hogan shit.
It does sound familiar.
Hulk Hogan had a TV series.
Yep.
I know about
Tropic
TV
Thunder,
series.
I think. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder was
that was a movie.
That was a movie with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was something. It
Stellar.
was like similar to that name.
Yeah,
I found it, guys. I found it. Thunder Paradise.
Thunder Paradise.
I
Thunder
never
in
heard
Paradise.
that ever.
Thunder in Paradise.
You actually had wrestlers and all that come up in too.
I never heard that shit. No.
Oh man, now I feel really old. Thanks, guys.
I know. I do.
You're
I
a
used to watch the
Suburban
movie
Commando
multiple
day.
times. Suburban Commando I used to watch all the time, and No Holds Barred.
Yep.
I used to watch that all the time.
Wasn't he a nanny?
Yep, he was a nanny.
No Holds Barred. I saw that in the movie theater. I was probably 12 years old, and when Hulk Hogan picked up the one guy and said, "What's that smell?" and the guy just goes, "Dookie."
Oh my god!
As a 12-year-old kid, you laugh your ass off at that.
I remember watching Gremlins 2 when Hulk Hogan had his little cameo. They're watching Gremlins 2. Then they fuck up the movie reel, stands up and goes, "What are you doing, brother? Don't mess with the movie reel."
Oh man,
good stuff.
Thunder Lips and Rocky. Come on,
right?
Lips, that's right.
Body slamming Rocky.
What he had a run.
Oh yeah, and then he got a crash.
He did. He really did. But hey,
could happen to the best of us.
I don't know about that crash.
I'm really pissed off that I was using the wrong mic, guys. Come on. Hey, Joe's supposed to be all professional and everything, but he sounds tinny as shit.
He sounds so far away.
Damn. Hook a brother up, man. Say, hey, Joe, we're doing an AV check right now. Something you got to fix there, brother?
Honestly, you sound fine to me. I didn't even notice.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's because my camera's up there, and maybe it's because I yell. I don't know.
You sound great, Joe.
This is a fucking blast, man. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Would you guys recommend this movie to anybody? I already know you would, Matt.
James.
I recommend all movies to everybody. I always say watch anything.
That's a damn lie, James, because you'll say don't waste your time with this bullshit.
No, I say that.
How'd that bus feel?
I want people to watch it. I want people to suffer and watch it.
Yes, that I will agree with. Blood Lake, you do want
a lot of stupid movies. I want people to watch it.
Yeah, but a lot of stupid movies we watch. Well, no, that's tough.
If you look at my I got a journal. I watch every horror movie I watch, every one of them says, "Do you recommend?" I write yes every time. It don't matter if I hate it or not, because I always say some people might like it. Like, for example, this movie gave it an 8.
Some people, that is true. Matt,
I
can
gave
we
the shit
discuss
the
that
floor.
more? Hang on, before we get into Matt, why did you give this an 8?
I really enjoyed this movie. I like I said, I saw it in a theater back in 1999 in college. It was like a little movie theater that played. It was like give us college credit and whatnot. It was discounted, so we went to movie night every Friday night, and then the bars on Saturdays, of course. But this was one of the ones I was there, and I've always enjoyed the monster movies, nature run amucks, those type of films. I'm always drawn to, and that's like my first favorite horror films are creature features.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, creature features, and then like nature run amucks are all I consider that a second genre type deal, if you want to call it, in the horror community. And anything to do with just animals going crazy, I love it. And with this one with bats, I'm like, okay, I've seen other bat movies. Let's see how this one comes out. And again, I like the practical effects. I like the way the bats looked, even though they look kind of demonic or like the ghoulies or like a little devil. It was still practical, and that was so cool. That was still like a puppet coming out. Someone was rigging something. I liked the acting, and the storyline was pretty cool. How it was a government agency experimenting on bats to turn them into like a night hunter and to go down and go after certain troops and whatnot and all that shit. And of course, everything happens with the government. Something fucks up, and we have our own little town out of nowhere. People either get together or have like I call it the massacre scene. Every time in like a horror film, it's either during a party, a centennial, a picnic, or there's always a mass amount of people. And then when the creatures attack, I'm like, yes, this is what I like because there's always mass carnage or just destruction everywhere, and that's what we got. And again, this is like a fun popcorn flick. It's nothing that's gonna be like, oh my god, this is like a 10 out of 10 type film. Maybe some people, yes. But again, I had fun watching it. I enjoyed it. It's got a good body count. I like the way the kills acted. You kind of feel sorry for a couple of the characters that were in. You're kind of rooting for them, and they end up getting killed. You're like, oh, I kind of like that guy. Damn it. And again, I don't care if the sheriff knows karate or knows how to put on the outfits or how to pick up bombs. I don't give a shit about that. I'm like, all right, they gotta have a story. Like somehow the guy's got to learn what to do and how to stop these bats. You just can't just come up with, well, we'll just move. That doesn't work. So you got to have your two finalists. You got to have the love of action, and then somehow either trap them or blow them up or contain them. So they got to figure out how to do it. She's an expert. That's how she knows about going into these caves, and they're like wandering through that water, and he's like, don't take it off, that's guano. And they're like, what's guano? That shit.
Oh yeah,
that shit will fuck you up because it's all contaminated and everything, because all she knows
she knows her shit. Yeah, she knows her shit. That's funny.
She knows her shit.
Yes, she does.
And that's literally where the term batshit crazy comes from.
Bat guano.
That's
it'll make you nuts.
I just had fun with it. I just like watching. I've seen this movie several times. I own it on the DVD, but I've watched it. Like if it's one of those ones where I get bored, I'll pop in one of these films. Like I love the sci-fi movies. They're so bad, but they're so entertaining. It's because I can turn my brain off and just enjoy what it is. It's just stupid fun, and that's what I like about them.
Oh wait a minute, time out, Aaron.
What?
That means you like Sharknado.
Yes, I do. And guess what? Guess what?
Uh-oh.
You have them all. You have them all.
I own all 6. I own all 6.
I'm not going to give you the finger because I knew that about you already. So,
but again, like I said, it's.
Hey, my buddy Dan was in part 2. Dan Yeager.
Hey, I don't have nothing against the actors. I just hate Sharknado.
I call it turn your brain off movie when you have a bad day at work or just life in general just sucks. And
I've never seen a Sharknado movie, to be honest with you. I haven't. I'm sorry. Even though I support my friends and everything, but
he's like, I'm not watching that shit.
One of my buddies is like, how can you watch that shit? I go, I just do.
When Dog the Bounty Hunter's in one of them.
It also makes it almost makes me feel bad for Tara Reid too.
Not really.
Not me.
Nope.
I said almost.
Not me. Not me.
When you're watching movies about like giant scorpions attacking people or giant sea serpents and Mongolian death worms, you're like, all right, let's watch something that's going to be kind of stupid, but it's a good time waster and it's a good time to just laugh. Yes,
John,
good time.
I'm doing well. Gentlemen, how are you all doing? And John, how are you doing? Appreciate you popping in here, man. Greatly appreciate it. How you guys all doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm having a blast. You guys are amazing.
Wonderful. John, you got to hop on here with us, especially on Sturd Vision. It's going to get weird.
I'm trying to figure. John Henderson, is that
Doomsday?
Okay. I don't know.
You know Doomsday, right?
I'm thinking John Henderson. I knew a John Henderson. I thought it was a G.I. Joe collector that was like in some Star Trek stuff and everything that goes to conventions, but it may be
he does go to a lot of conventions. And I'm not sure if he resides in Florida or not, but just because you both live in Florida doesn't mean you know each other. I got to stop doing stuff like that.
From Florida, I hate to tell you,
all Florida people don't know each other. Aaron.
is kind of big.
That's kind of
okay. Since you said like that, where does it get crazier? Is it at the base or is it at the tip? Where's
in the center, under Orlando by Okeechobee.
That's
Lake Okeechobee, the big lake in the middle.
It's where the rash begins when you get gonorrhea.
Yeah, you get that itchy, burning sensation. Where the guys have like 2 or 3 teeth, and the family tree is a twig, and
I've never heard anybody say that before. The family tree is a twig.
Hey, have you ever seen the movie Deliverance? That's like Okeechobee.
Oh yeah,
boy, you got a purty mouth. Gonna make you squeal like a pig.
Yeah.
And none of these kids know what I'm talking about. Matt, have you seen Deliverance?
Absolutely.
I said it. Yep, I seen it.
Okay, so James.
As soon as you said that, I remember that.
Have you seen Deliverance? It's
No,
a Burt Reynolds movie.
Yep.
Well, he's not really even the star, though.
Nope.
It's the whole thing.
No.
But lots of weird shit with Deliverance. That's and that could be a horror movie all in itself if you think about it.
I got in my horror collection, definitely.
Okay, I mean, if somebody guy's coming up behind me, smacking my ass, saying I'm going to make you squeal like a pig, and you got a purty mouth, that's horror.
Yeah,
I guess.
Especially if you can't beat them up, like no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's like let's make this a little bit tougher. It's like Mike Tyson saying that to you. There's not really much you can do you just have to accept it. Unfortunately,
it's like, hey, Mike, be easy.
Yeah,
please.
I like scrambled eggs in the morning, if that's okay.
Please, no cream in the coffee.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Can I take a shower?
I'm sorry, Sturdy. Am I going too far, brother?
No, it's hilarious. We go like this all the time. It's just hilarious.
It's nice when it's someone else besides me going that far.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear. It's nice to hear it.
No filter. Why have a filter? Everybody enjoy themselves. Everybody needs to stop being so fucking uptight.
I agree.
Go with the flow, man.
I cross that line all the time. I don't give a shit.
Too. Here's my thing with that too, right? As far as when it goes to the whole like when you put your channel
butt sex with you.
I don't even know what you just said.
But, yeah, that kind of got blundered. I heard sex with you, and
what I was saying though is like when it goes to when you create your channels for whatever platform you use. For all mine, I make sure it says not for children.
Yes,
because of the conversations I have on here, that should matter. That should matter. Like, what's the point of having that if it doesn't matter? It's just like when you go to the theater R-rated movie, they're not gonna let you in if you're under a certain age,
right?
This is restricted for a reason. So it's kind of like let's stop doing the whole shadow banning of people that cuss and talk shit on their channels because they have adult channels. Because
fuck them.
It's annoying. Fuck that shit.
Wait. Matt just got a new DVD.
He probably did. I can almost guarantee Matt has at least 3 movies on the way.
Actually, I do. I got that from Amazon. I placed an order the other day on Amazon. They should be coming hopefully tomorrow or the next day.
Oh, Amazon's the devil. The devil, I say.
And that's where I get a lot of my movies from, is Amazon.
You can't help it.
So are you the guy that goes to like all the Goodwills hunting down like that one movie that's worth $1 million?
Like the Dollar Trees?
No. I'll go if like I'm there, and if I see anything I want, I'll just pick it up for a couple bucks. Or if I see like the DVD, I'll go online to see if there's a Blu-ray version, and then I'll buy the Blu-ray down the road because I don't want to buy it again if I don't have to. I'd rather have the better quality of the film. But yeah, there's certain ones like I own multiple copies of like say Evil Dead. I have the big thick edition Anchor Bay DVD that's like 6 discs, and then I have the Blu-ray
for one movie.
For one movie, it's got like 5 discs or something. It's weird. It's a special edition. I got it on FYE for $5 because they were just trying to get rid of stock. Yeah. That whole bunch. Right. I'm like, what? Fuck you! I'm buying this, and this was a long time ago, and I still kept that edition.
I can't even argue with that.
Hell no.
I lied. I cannot argue with that. I can't even give you the finger with that as bad as I want to. Because...
You can give me the finger. I don't give a shit.
No, because I'd give you the finger if you were like, you know what? I have enough of this movie, even though I have 46 of them. It's only $5 with the 6 discs and all that extra shit. It's worth it.
Yeah, I don't. If I was in FYE, I don't collect, and I seen something like that. That's like a rare item. I even would have bought that.
Yeah, I was like, and I kept it too. Like, I know it's got like different Blu-rays and everything in 4K, but a lot of times, a lot of those special features don't port over to the higher level discs. It's kind of weird. Like, I actually have
I see what you're saying.
What's the movie? Not House of a Thousand Corpses. The next one after Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects has a DVD that actually comes with a second disc. That's a documentary on making of the film and everything, and how they had to work with Rob Zombie and the issues that they had. When you get the Blu-ray and everything, there's no documentary. There's only a certain amount of special features are ported over.
Oh shit!
So I got to keep that DVD because of the documentary, because I'm a special features kind of guy. I'll watch the movie and I'll fuck with the special features just because. Why not? Sometimes there's some are real cool, like behind the scenes interviews, deleted scenes, alternate endings, beginnings, all that fucking shit. But I love it.
That is weird though that they do stuff like that. Like it's like, why would you make a better version of this, an upgraded version of this, but not bring all the features with it? What's the point of that? People are gonna buy it either. People are gonna buy it either way.
It's disc based. They stretch the movie so much that when it's burned on the disc, the format itself is so big to get that crystal clear quality like 4K. If you notice, a lot of your 4K movies really don't have special features on them. They just have the movie. It's because all that disc is the movie itself. That's why they have a bonus disc, Blu-ray, and it has those special features on it because it has the room.
Makes sense.
Which drives me nuts.
So, did you guys see Rob Zombie's brother's movie, Spider-1? I forget what the hell the movie was. We had Spider-1 from Power Man 5000.
Oh, like that Worlds
on the
Collide?
Network. Power Man 5000 apparently is a band that I've never heard of. It's Rob Zombie's brother, Spider.
Yeah, it's his brother.
One.
Yeah.
Whatever. We had him on the show or on the network, and I watched his movie. Never mind. We're gonna go to another topic. It was difficult.
Maybe not. I don't think I've heard of this one.
Message me the movie when you get a chance.
Okay.
I may throw that on the wheel.
Spider-1 made a movie, and
he's gonna send it. He's gonna send it to us, or I'll get it. Don't worry, guys. Yeah, that may be something I have
interesting.
Interesting.
When musicians make movies, they're not always great.
Was this Glenn dancing?
Oh my god, with the fucking eyeballs and the nipples and everything, and what the hell was that?
Glenn Danzig made some weird, fucked up movies. He made one called Barotica. It's like an anthology type film. Oh my god, it's so much weird shit going on. You just sit there and you're just wondering, what the fuck am I watching? Cradle of Filth did a movie I think it was called Cradle of Fear. They did.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's another anthology type film. It's really fucked up movie. And who else? There's a whole bunch of musicians. Like even Slash made a movie, and Slash made a movie called I think it was called Nothing to Fear. And
I don't recall that one. I may.
It's very weird. It wasn't that good. Like the storyline was kind of like, but
did he do the music for it?
No, he is actually the director and everything. He directed this movie.
I mean, I figured there may be a saving grace if he did the soundtrack or something.
You would think, but like even the band called Lordi, Lordi, they made a movie called something Floors. Oh fuck! And they don't do the music to it. But are you familiar with the band Lordi, Lordi?
Nah.
They're kind of like War, but they are dressed as horror characters, as demons and shit. Dark Floors, that's the name of the movie. Dark Floors was the film. And pretty much they're in a hospital. And they're going each floor, the band musician happens to be there. And of course, one of the musicians kills off a person trapped in this hospital. But all their music videos, too, are horror-related music videos. And if you like rock metal, they're actually really good. They're based off, I think, Finland. And they won some music awards and everything. Like one song called, I think it was Blood Red Sandman, looks like a lot like Evil Dead, the way how it plays off. Nice. So a lot of their music videos are horror-related. They never did the soundtrack to the movie, but they did their own movie. Like they were the characters, the monsters in the movie. Too bad the movie wasn't that good. But it was pretty interesting. Just the ending just made no sense. It's like, what the fuck is this?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Nice.
Maybe like Alice Cooper was in some movies. He was in a couple horror films.
Yeah, I think so too.
He was in that werewolf.
Monster Dog,
but they dubbed his voice. They said, "Screw you, Alice. We're going to use somebody else's voice."
But he did do the two music videos that were in the movie for that movie too. He did 2 songs for that particular.
I'm just surprised they had to dub his voice. I mean,
I know. It's like, come on, it's Alice Cooper.
That's weird. Why?
They weren't
satisfied. They didn't like his voice. His voice does.
Maybe didn't fit the character he's portraying.
He really has a real raspy.
But I mean, this was back in what, 81?
Yeah, I think 81, 82, around those low 80s. He was a lot younger and still like big on the scene.
It's right before he got into WWF with Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh yeah,
Jake the freaking Snake.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that when he came out with Jake.
God, I'm old. Damn it, guys.
Hey, I watched the old school wrestling with Jake the Snake and everything.
I mean, WrestleMania 3 when, was it 3 when Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant?
Body slam.
That was insane.
Yep, the famous body slam.
I'm not going to say I haven't seen that, but for me, it was a highlight. Or, watching it on VHS, I didn't get to see that one live.
You weren't alive, were you?
You were born.
I don't think so.
No, wait, maybe you were.
WrestleMania 3.
But then later down the line, they tried to beat it. They had Lex Luger body slam Yokozuna.
Oh yeah, on the battleship.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't remember any of that stuff. It was like the Hogan days, and then it was
the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, the Honky Tonk. He was out there. Yeah. I remember him.
I met him at Scaricon. The Honky Tonk.
Actually, no. I was one going on 2.
You were one?
March
Oh,
29th.
WrestleMania 3?
March 29th, 1980. March 29th, 1987. So I was one going on 2 because my birthday's in November.
Remember the Repo Man and IRS?
Oh, yes. IRS. Erwin R. Schneitzer.
IRS.
Teamed up with $1 Million Man.
Virgil.
Virgil.
Yep. $1 Million Man.
Crash with
$1 million belt.
They called themselves a tag team. I think it was like something taxes, like money and taxes or something. That was a group.
I don't remember that. I remember the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers.
When I met was this Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He was at a Scaricon. He just happened to be there.
Was he the guy with the 2x4?
Yeah.
He's
all him and his wife are always up in Lake George.
Yeah, he has family that lives up in that area.
Yeah,
that's why he came to Scaricon. It was just an automatic. He was just happened to buy, and they're like, "Hey, want to come in the convention, get a table?" He was like, "Sure." So he was, it was awesome. And I was talking about being like an old wrestling fan. He's probably thinking, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, all them, like the Hart Foundation. I go, I'm even older than that. And he goes, well, how old are you talking about? And I was going, well, Hulk Hogan, but I was like, the Killer Bees, the tag team group. He's like, no shit.
I don't even know.
I go, Brutus the Barber Beefcakes.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He had the freaking hedge clippers.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Junkyard Dog with a giant.
JYD.
Yeah.
Remember the Nasty
Coco
Boys?
Beware?
Yes.
Do you remember the cartoon? Do you remember the wrestling cartoon that they
did? Yeah.
I don't remember the cartoon.
You were 4 or 5 when it came out, maybe. So I'm not being facetious. I think it was probably like 87, 88.
It's still funny though.
I remember cartoon.
Mr. Fuji.
Fuji. Were the Nasty Boys in a movie?
Nasty Boys? I don't know.
I swear I thought I seen a movie with them in it.
But there was actually a horror movie that has Kurt Angle, Sid Justice, and Big Daddy Diesel. It's like a
Kevin
Fog
Nash.
remake. Kevin Nash.
My God.
It's called River of Darkness.
Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
All right. Now you see.
And I'm going like, what the fuck is this? And I'm looking at of course, when I see a movie cover, I had to look up the trailer. And then I saw the trailer and going, I gotta find this and buy it because this is hysterical. It's all wrestlers fighting each other, based like the movie The Fog. Like,
all right, so Matt, I gotta ask you a question. So your background is I'm assuming Christine.
Yes,
that's what it looks like to me.
So supposedly there's a reboot remake coming out.
Yep.
Have you read anything about that?
Not yet, but there was supposed to have a bunch. Like they were supposed to do a Cujo one, but thank God that fell apart. But again, I probably still would have liked it because it's supposed to do like a robotic dog. Versus they're supposed to do like C.U.
Oh, they're doing a Chucky shit.
They were doing like they're doing
the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi dog.
Chucky's on Wi-Fi now.
But with the Christine, I've heard some mixed bags on it. What's going on? But hopefully they don't just leave it alone.
And now I'm annoyed that James brought that up because if you saw our original interview with Christine Elise like 5 years ago, and she's talking about this new Chucky movie coming out, and she is quoted on our show saying, "It's a really fucking dick move," and it was just like, boom, cut. Thank you.
Hell yeah!
I actually didn't mind the Child's Play reboot.
No, but it shouldn't be called It shouldn't be called Chucky though. That's what bothered me.
It's called Child's Play.
Child's Play.
Child's Play.
I mean, it shouldn't be called. It shouldn't be called Child's Play.
It shouldn't be called Child's Play. You're right.
No.
That was.
The Child's Play was the only movie that actually changed its name to the killer for the rest of the movies. Like they never called them. They called them Child's Play up till part 4. Then all of a sudden it's Chucky, Bride of Chucky.
No. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, Jason. You could say the same with Jason because of financial shit or whatever, or legalities. But
it was always Friday the 13th with Jason. Always.
No, but Jason Goes to Hell. Jason X.
Still Friday the 13th Part X. Jason goes to.
Really?
Jason Goes to Hell.
I thought they took the Friday the 13th off of those two.
No, Part X was space.
Yeah, X was
Jason
Jason
X.
10. I think it was still called Friday the 13th X.
And that's still one of my favorite kills when they put their face in. Break.
The liquid nitrogen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, the movie wasn't all that great, but that scene right there, it was just like, damn, that was cool.
You dropped the one guy on the screw. What happened to him? He got screwed. Stupid ass puns. I loved it. But with the Child's Play, it was kind of like a cool take on nowadays technology.
Of course, that's what I was saying. Yeah, but they could have done that. It's like Megan. It's basically the same shit.
Well, Child's Play came out first, then Megan came out.
But
it's kind of like with Dolly Dearest. When that movie came out, it played off of Child's Play.
Don't get me started on Ed. On Ed playing fucking Dolly Dearest or playing fucking Chucky. Ed was on the show a few times, and then we found out that Ed, I don't know if you guys know the story. I'm not going to bring it up here. Ed Gale, the little person who played
it was some bad stuff.
Stunt Chucky, and he played Dolly Dearest. He played the physical form of Dolly Dearest, and he was a friend of the network. And then we found out that he should have been on one of those 2020 shows to catch a predator.
He was trying to go up on the ladies. Or on the kids.
He played off. He goes, "I'm 8 too."
Yeah. Be my friend to the end.
Yeah. It was a 14-year-old boy.
Oh God.
Oh damn.
But
yeah, it was.
Cut that if you need to.
Yeah. Oh no.
But it's good to know too.
Because you know why though? Because one, we're live, and two, people like that need to be called out.
Yeah,
he's scum.
And you know he was really cool with us, and he wanted the attention. He did, and we had him on the network a few times discussing his career, which was actually an amazing career for a little person. And I mean, not only did he do Chucky and all that shit, he was like fucking Birdie in the McDonald's commercials and shit. And
oh shit!
Oh wow!
Yeah, he was Howard the Duck. He was a physical Howard the Duck.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, and to find out somebody that you thought was really cool, and it was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
No.
It's like with Victor Salva, with him, that asshole, with what he did. And when you watch the movie Clown House, you're like, wow, this movie is actually really good. And then you know about this director, and you're like, oh, shit. And then he puts out Jeepers Creepers. You're like, oh,
yeah,
and I don't want to see Jeepers. Then it's like, oh, here we go. And then you find out what he did and everything. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like,
wow, we totally went off the rails.
It happens here on 30 and Sturd Vision all the time. Especially
great conversation.
Especially when like the movie isn't like round table really interesting, either being really interestingly good or really interestingly bad. Like those kind, you know what I mean? If it's like that one where it's like in the weird middle-ish, then we'll talk horror.
So, Sturdy, tell me how they got this big AC unit down into this mine shaft.
I'm going to tell you.
And they couldn't activate it before because they went in during the night.
Well, you saw that the troops were all there. The troops had everything all set up. Yep. And they were going to lower it down. But then the troops got called away, or they got attacked. I think they got attacked. And
they got killed,
it. They all got killed, so it was just all left there. So when they show up wondering why these troops didn't do anything, why didn't they do their job, they find out they're all fucking dead and they're all there. And they're like,
the guy was right there. The key is right there. They searched like 3 bodies and then like,
you gotta
found it.
Gotta finish the movie. You just can't go, light switch, click. You gotta put some cool, twists
some
on
suspense.
It. Like, all of a sudden, you gotta make
this
the hero.
Engine has enough coolant or whatever to make that whole mine shaft under 32 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah. It's got the army.
Well, again, listen. There was only one way in, one way out. You seal that, and you push that. You get it cold in there. That's it.
Yep.
You find that at the end, and it didn't really work. You see some bats coming out of the ground, but hey.
But then the dude from the Madonna friggin' video is like, "Oh, I'm an explosive expert now."
Yeah.
Yep.
Lighting shit up.
But that's what makes these movies so stupid and fun. They're like, all right, we got to have something to it. All right,
It was fun. Okay,
you're the explosive
I'm going to raise it 1 point because it was fun.
Yes, I make people raise these points up.
Now, yeah, it's just
the thing.
Well, the thing is, the Madonna guy, through the whole thing, he's afraid.
Yeah,
but
he's like, if one of those fuckers looks at me the wrong way,
I'm out of here. But then at the end, he's a fucking TNT expert, badass. blowing shit up.
Hey, listen, it happens to the best of us, man. I get it. I've been scared too. And then it's like, yo, blow this stuff up. Here's the thing. Oh, okay. I'm an expert
So wait a minute, what the fuck did you blow up?
I have no idea.
Right, fair enough. I thought we were going to get interesting here.
No, I was gonna say, it feels like for this movie, for me, I'm blowing up bats and shit and bat guano. For them, I feel like the explosion. It was one of those weird things, like you watch an action movie and it's like they just have an explosion just to have an explosion, like they have a big fire scene. Huh?
The explosion was to seal off the cave to trap them.
Yeah,
you trap them, that the machine freezes them inside, so they can't escape.
Okay, but I mean, how long is it going to take, like, the 5 gazillion gallons of guano to freeze? I mean, they were freaking over waist high in guano. No?
Yeah, there was a lot because they fell through the freaking thing.
Yeah, they fell through the thing and then splash, and then
that was guano and piss, man. That was a river of fucking
shit. That was a nasty time.
Delicious.
I want to put that
now,
shit
why is
Sunday.
another thing? Why is every government machine needs a fucking key to turn it on?
Well, usually it's 2 keys. This was only 1.
Yeah,
that's true.
Nowadays, it would have been a remote control, like on your cell phone. Just turn it up.
Yeah, I know. Like
right?
the fuck, power on.
Yeah, but the bar would have been on like 1%, and they have to make it there in 10 minutes.
Yes, because the airstrike. You know, the airstrike was already there, but hey, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Wait, we got the satellite clearance. Yes, you did do it. But your guys were already fucking there. They were dead.
Yeah, they would have launched a missile. How many movies we seen of that too, where the airstrike gets called off the last
there,
second?
right? Were they not?
That's the whole suspense. Like, oh, here comes the missile. Oh, no, don't push the button. Okay, we're good.
We saw the satellite images.
It's colder now.
Yeah,
you're okay.
Okay,
all right, call it off. The guy was so nonchalant. It was like...
all those spots you mentioned. Yeah, they're on fire. You did it.
Basically,
it was fun for what it was.
Yeah, it's
definitely.
And again,
I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just saying it's just.
But the little things like the marquee. That
honestly, I'm shocked this was in theaters.
That's kind of where I'm at. Was this supposed to relaunch his career?
He did a whole bunch of sci-fi channel movies afterwards, so probably started kicking it off.
I mean, Young Guns was huge,
and
he was in both of them. No, I can't remember. I'm assuming he was in both of them, but
I think so too. I haven't seen Young Guns in a long time.
I mean, those were great flicks, and then Bon Jovi sang the tune for the second one, and he was in it for a second.
Dead or Alive?
No,
it wasn't that one.
No, it was Young Guns. I think
that's the name of the song. Oh, okay, never mind.
I think it's I think
you're probably right. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember. Young Guns was in the chorus line, but. It was actually Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora from Bon Jovi, and they went and did the soundtrack, or at least the main song.
Like after that, he wasn't really much into like a lot of films after like the late '90s. He did a lot of those sci-fi channel flicks.
Did you guys watch the werewolf show he was in? Because I wasn't even I didn't even know about it. Apparently,
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek. Yeah.
Oh, I seen some of it. Yeah, I seen some.
I watched some of it. I didn't see it all.
Is that any good? Are there good special effects? Is it a werewolf show like Werewolf that was on like Fox in the 80s? That was an amazing show.
Oh, the 80s one was great. I actually have a bootleg of that show because there's no way to get it.
And because of the licensing of the music is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. But I didn't see Lou Diamond. It wasn't even on my radar that he had a TV series that was werewolf based. So it was good, James.
It was the episodes I've seen. It wasn't bad. It's something that you could probably fall into and watch.
Do you know if the werewolves look like dogs or do they look like werewolves from like Dog Soldiers? Do you happen to know? I mean, if I haven't seen it, I have no idea.
I'm trying.
I'm assuming it's going to be more like dog, wolf kind of things because
what's it called again? The series?
Wolf Creek.
Oh my god, I'm trying to think. It's been a while, huh?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I wish it was on my radar when it came out. I'm actually going to queue it up, see if I can find it.
Fuck.
Wait, was it Wolf Creek or was it Hemlock Grove?
No, Hemlock Grove was Scarsdale Kid.
Oh, that's right. I'm looking up now. I don't remember Hemlock Grove either.
Oh, Hemlock Grove, the first 2 seasons, in my opinion, were okay. It had a very unique thing where it's not really a spoiler. When the one character turns from human to a werewolf, he turns into a actual wolf. But when he sheds its skin, the wolf eats it, which was kind of a neat thing.
So it kind of hide the skin, kind of.
Oh,
I like that actually. That's different. That's real different. Holy shit! I can't.
Netflix series. Yeah, but I don't remember much with the Wolf Creek one with Lou. Gotta look it up. I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember actually seeing all of it. Like, I think I watched like.
Are you saying I'm on mute? Okay, thank you.
Oh, I thought you. Yeah.
You said you like.
Damn, have I not been talking this whole time? Jesus.
No, you were earlier, but like a second ago, I was like, "What the?" I thought you were saying.
I
something.
must have hit it by accident. See, you got me at 1:30 a.m. and
listen, man. I'm
okay. So, mind you, this was bourbon. This was soda. We are down here now.
Good. It's cool. It's cool. You're doing it. Right. Excelente, my friend. Excelente.
I'm having a blast, though. You guys are amazing.
This is like next week. I think it's going to be a little.
You guys have like the knowledge and everything. I'm not accustomed to be able to talk to
this. Listen, this guy right here next to me, Matt, is the one with the damn knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Like I've got a guy like him, and his name is JW. That does 2 shows a week on my network, and he's just like anything movies. He's not like a horror guy. He's like anything movies. He grew up in a movie theater, and like his dad and him would celebrate the Oscars and everything. So he's like a human freaking movie dictionary kind of person. He could tell you who won the Oscar in 1967 for what, when, and how.
Damn.
Yeah, one of those.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not into that with the whole who won what, who and that.
Well, I mean, you're a horror cat. See, the thing is, everybody thinks since I was affiliated with a Romero that I'm a complete horror guy. I'm not.
Oh shit! Tell me more. I didn't know that. Like, no, honestly, because between the Romero connection, I'll say Lance because we're called
Lance.
Lance.
Wolf Lake. Wolf Lake was the name of the show, not Wolf Creek.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then I never seen that. I never seen Wolf Lake.
It was on for one season. I think 12 episodes or 22 episodes, something like that.
I think he's looking it up right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's.
I mean,
those two connections. I thought you were like a big.
I worked with Leatherface on his production company. I worked with George, but no, I've never been like the all-out horror guy. I'm familiar with horror movies. I like horror movies, but I'm the kind of guy that I don't want to fucking puke when I see a scene. I don't want to watch cannibals eating assholes, and no, that's not my gig. I'm not into a whole bunch of jump scares. That's more into the horror thriller kind of things. That's just me, though. I mean, if somebody recommends something, or if a friend is in something, or whatever, okay, I'll give it a shot. Don't do spinning cameras.
Or Sharknado.
Damn. We can't say that,
Listen, it's fair. It's it's not.
I don't give a shit.
I don't watch it either. My parents could have been in that shit. Like, hey, you watch Sharknado? The hell nah. Did you watch my podcast?
No.
Right? There you go. Hey, Sturdy. So I've been doing this for 8 or so years, I think. Go to my parents' house, and my dad still asks, "So, how's your blog?" Yes, Dad. It's great. It's great, Dad. Thank you.
It's good. Oh shit! You got a YouTube channel now?
Dad, yeah, you know that guy on that show that you used to like? He was just on the network. Oh yeah? He's not dead?
He's not dead.
Thanks. Thanks, Dad. Thanks. Yeah.
You know what you gotta love about that with parents is it's just like they listen, but they have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Yes.
Or they don't give a shit.
It's just like, yeah, if it didn't make the Sunday newspaper, or if it's not on Entertainment Tonight or one of my stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm happy you're not doing drugs, son.
Anymore.
Well, depending on who. I'm just saying, I'm casting a net at all of us.
It's like, Dad, you and I used to watch The Greatest American Hero. I had William Catt on the network twice. Who? William Catt,
the guy who played
the guy who played. Believe it or not, I'm walking on it.
Do.
Oh yeah, the guy in the red jumpsuit. Okay, yeah.
The guy in the I love it. I freaking love it.
The guy from House, Dad. House. That's Wilford Brimley. Yeah,
diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
So yeah, there was like no pleasing my dad when it came to this shit. Hey, Dad, we had an Academy Award winner on. Oh yeah, what'd they win for? Best actor. In what? Anything I've seen? No, Dad, it wasn't Debbie Does Dallas. I'm sorry.
You say you got somebody from there? Oh, really?
Yeah, he went. Yeah, that's a deep cut. That's an old porn over there.
My dad's 76.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I remember the VHS tapes.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Bush garden.
You know when you're watching a 70s porn when the bush has sideburns.
Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Adam Sandler and a Wayans brother.
Damian Wayans and Bulletproof.
Yes. Best line ever. You know, I can tell this 60 or 70 porn. The guy's dick had sideburns.
That's hilarious. That's fucking wow.
Oh,
that's when Adam Sandler was funny. Sorry.
No,
I'll behave now.
That was fun. Listen. This is why this is the midnight show. It gets off the rails. This is when the weirdos come out to play. But
guys, I'm totally digging this, though. You guys have a good setup here. You should be proud.
Appreciate it. Oh, I love this, man. This is. I love this shit. Like,
I have so much fun every night doing it when I can.
Yeah, it's when we get together and like. I can't wait for, which we will wrap up soon. We're going to talk off air, but I can't wait for like, and I'm hoping it's next weekend, but we'll see, for like the next watch party, because the energy from that, you can ask these guys, because we watched a movie, which was an amazing time, but it's more fun in a group. Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh,
that's a thing?
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So
hilarious.
Wait a minute. Is it like Daredevil versus werewolves? Or...
No, not Daredevil. Helen Keller.
Well, I know who Helen Keller is. That's what I'm saying. Is it like Daredevil?
It's
not werewolves. It's not werewolves.
No. Don't even spoil it. All I'll say is, it's Helen Keller is just hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's one of those movies you want to watch with like-minded people that have like that turn your brain off silly. If you smoke some weed and watch it. And you're gonna think this movie's hilarious, but again, watch it with other people that like to smoke and watch stupid movies.
I would never smoke anything.
It's absurd.
For those of you that can smoke and mirth legal is what I say when I say this message all the time. They know what I say. They know what I mean when I say that. So those of you that do that or have a little sippy sip, I think marijuana will make you laugh more if you can smoke it where it's legal and if you're of age, of course. But if you're not of age, you shouldn't be watching this channel.
So
anyway.
You do the watch parties through Twitch or?
Discord.
Discord. That's what I meant. Yeah. We used to do that with Amazon. Is that what you used to do it or no?
Yeah, a few things.
Oh, because we had an issue when we tried to do it, because if people weren't Prime members, they couldn't actually watch real time the same time we were.
Yeah.
When we were doing it on Discord with the Indie Escape, because we were actually pulling the indie movies out and having the cast and crew on at the same time to do a watch party.
Nice.
Do it.
Nice.
There's plenty of indie flicks on Amazon that you can play through Discord for free as long as people are Prime members, and then they can all watch it and talk about it at the same time.
I got some ideas, but I like that though. I like that, especially with some more indie movies here and there.
We did that a few years ago. It was friggin' kick ass, and then you could see the comments and everything.
But so we did it. We did it a few. It was me, James. Mick was here, our other co-host Jeff, friend Paul, my brother Henry, and we did the watch party for the Helen Keller movie. We did that at 10. We started that at 10, and then did the review right after. Between watching that ridiculous ass movie and like talking and cracking jokes and laughing, and then going to the live, the energy and the fun was ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Awesome. And that's the energy I want to bring when I do those watch parties, and then going right to the live right after, because it's like the movie's fresh in all of our minds. It was, especially when it's ridiculous like that or whatever the case may be, and then you go and talk. Oh my gosh,
that's cool.
It's I can't wait. And people, we are going to get this one wrapped up, but I'll kick it off with you, Joe. Can you just let the lovely people know where they can find you? And the links are in the description. I will be dropping the links in the chat.
Yeah, please. The Indie Escape Network. We're on all your social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, IMDb, Twitter, X, whatever the hell it is. You know what's weird, man? I'm used to having control and being able to pull all my shit up. I don't have it memorized.
I'll say it like this. Look. His link tree is in the description, and it's also going to be in the chat. Check out the Indie Escape Network because it's dope. Thank you. Matt, you want to tell people where they can find you?
I'm on YouTube with You in Your Horror Movies, where I do movie reviews, collection updates, showing off movies, collectibles, all that fun stuff right on YouTube.
Boom. And then James, you want to tell them about Popcorn and Pints?
Yep. You can see me, Sturdy, and Chris, and whoever else joins us Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Popcorn and Pints. This tomorrow, Saturday, we'll be doing Disney's Dinosaur and is it Pixar's Bug's Life?
Or is it's like Disney Pixar's A Bug's Life. Yeah.
So is Popcorn and Pints? That's a review show.
Yeah. Also, yes, it's everything but horror. So it's any other type of genre.
That is like. That it's just it's like the brother channel to this, but yeah, it's fun though.
Sweet,
fun as hell. And like he said, we do non-horror on there. We not just finished a couple weeks ago now, maybe a month and a half now. We just did Star Wars versus Star Trek reviews, all the movies, and that was so. When we were doing that, right, I gotta say this. Back in October, we did a versus. So I started, shout out to McManhattan, but I started something called Sturd Vision, which starts September 1st and ends October 31st. And I was doing, a TikTok video throughout that whole time and all that. But in between, I was also we were doing for the Tuesday, Thursday shows, we were doing Nightmare on Elm Street versus Friday the 13th. So watching 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3 versus, which was fun as hell. And I highly recommend if you guys do a franchise versus, do it like that, because you could compare them better than if you say you watch all of Friday the 13th and all of Nightmare on Elm Street, then you go and have a show about it. If you break it up, it's easier to go 1 versus 1, because then you could really see what you like better out of the whole franchise. Like, okay, I like
that's an excellent point. I never even thought of it that way.
It was so fun. But we did that in October, and then January we did, like I said, we started Star Wars versus Star Trek, and then I was over on Mixed Channel. We did Godzilla, all the Godzilla movies. We started that in January.
Wow.
That on top
like original Godzilla from
all 40 movies. every single one. It's out there on the Scene Time channel. Go check it out. It was fun.
You should do the Sharknado movies.
Nope.
Hey, I could probably get Dan Yeager for you.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. What's
We'll
crazy
definitely
about
talk.
doing the verses too, after we did the Star Wars and Star Trek, I found out that I'm more of a Trekkie than Star Wars.
Oh, you see, the thing that screwed me up was when the Chris Pine Star Trek movies came out. I was never a Trekkie. Couldn't stand it. Don't hate me, but I liked the Chris Pine movie.
Oh,
Me
no,
too.
we
Same
love
here,
those.
same here.
And
So-
I mean, that to me was like gold compared to fucking 60s Star Trek. And
Yeah.
I can tell you my top 4 from. I know it's not a. This is. I know we're not talking about horror, people, but you'll be okay. So, with the Star Wars and the Star Trek thing, real quick, I want to say, like, I know my top 4 from both franchises. Like for Star Trek, it was Part 2, Wrath of Khan,
Yeah.
and then the Chris Pine. All right, there was 2 Chris Pine ones, so there wasn't 3 of them. So those 3, and there was like another one that was in there, maybe like Part 8 or something. I forgot, but those 3, and then for Star Wars, it was Episode 3. I forgot what it's called now at the top of my head, and then the
It's,
original 3.
Revenge
It was
of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah.
Wasn't that 4, 5, and 6?
No,
Or
New
you're right,
Hope,
you're right,
Part
you're right,
three.
you're right. So yeah, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the rest I can do without.
I thought Rogue One was well done in how they did that, how they put it in between the other films.
It was
Rogue One, when they got into, don't get me into fucking Disney buying Star Wars, man.
I know.
Let's save that for
That's
save
a
that for-
fucking rabbit hole you don't want to go
let's save that for a popcorn and pints thing, or if we ever get invited to the Indie Brigade, if you guys talk that stuff over there.
escape.
It's not my fault. It's your fault.
I agree. I'm not-
Indie
As I
Escape.
said, it gets imagine how I felt like the first fucking year after the Indie Brigade ending, and I'm like, yeah, join us on the Indie Escape.
Indie Escape. Maybe that's what you should have did. Indie Escape. So you still get to say the B at least. Indie Escape. Indie Escape. Network.
Yeah, I kept fucking it up for like the first 6 months, man. It was after saying it for 2 years.
I'm gonna, and James can vouch for this, right? We have someone we haven't had about it in a minute, but came on a lot. My guy, shout out to you, Casey. I was high as shit, fucking his name 2 letters. I was calling him CK the whole damn night. It's just KC. So I will eventually get the Indie Escape Network down, Joe. I promise. But I'm a little slow sometimes.
As am I.
So you understand.
Yes.
That's why we're gonna work well.
Salute. Absolutely.
Yes. But I do appreciate you stopping by, man. Would
Thank
love
you.
to have you on again. Had a great time. Seriously, people, go check him out. Go check Matt out. Where are you in your horror movies? Go check James out at Popcorn and Pints. And of course, check out Horror Research 30 every Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and Sturdovision at midnight. Fridays at midnight. I mean, you can't beat that. You get the weird shit. You get these random conversations depending on the movie. You get a bunch of fun shit. Like, this is the place to have a good fucking time. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell horror fans about it, because they're gonna love it. We're gonna get out of here though, guys. I'm dropping again. Links are in the description and they are now in the comments.
Thank you, guys. I had a blast. I really appreciate all of you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. It was
Nice
a great
meeting you as
time.
well.
Nice working together, having you on, and I know this is going to happen again. Again, everybody that's watching, I greatly appreciate you. The ones that are watching live, comment, I greatly appreciate you. The ones that are watching or listen later on, if you do, I appreciate you too. And with that said, I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.